I was wrong. Jim Cornette was wrong. So on one hand, the CM Punk footage did exactly what I think Tony Khan wanted to do. AEW got close to 900,000 views and got eyes on his new wrestlers. Mission accomplished. On the other hand, like I said earlier, I knew this was going to be a nothing burger. And I thought no one would come out of this looking good. I mean, I knew no one would come out of this looking good.
Test determined. That was a lie.
In just a few days, CM Punk has had his name chanted in 3 different promotions.
Threaten the life of Tony Schiavone and all.
This angle that they are trying to now do with the Young Bucks and FTR would have been done months ago and probably would have been more successful. But when it comes to Jack Perry, I'm not going to excuse anybody's action. He is all of 26 years old. Jack Perry wanted to use real glass and break the window of a car that he did not own. That is about as immature as you can get from a 26-year-old. And CM Punk should have known better. Sometimes coworkers get into fights. But in all of this, Jack has gotten the short end of the stick. Without the audio, we cannot hear who started the conflict. But I'm having a hard time understanding why Jack Perry was suspended. Look, if that's the protocol of AEW, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's a bullshit policy. Restart that unions and wrestling conversation again. But the fact remains that Jack Perry was suspended for 2 months according to Jack's own words and the words of AEW officials. In multiple reports, he's tried to get in contact with Tony Khan. It's almost like Tony Khan is more upset with Jack Perry being the reason that CM Punk left than why CM Punk left. Now, almost a year abroad in Japan, they're ready to bring Jack Perry back. To be honest with you, Jack Perry could have played it safe. And you can tell the fans feel some type of way about Jack Perry because his scapegoat t-shirt sold out. I've never seen t-shirts sell out like this since the days of Bullet Club. I'm not going to sit here and fantasy book because fantasy booking does no one any good. But at New Japan Pro Wrestling, when DCA Riot, Jack Perry took his pain and frustration, and I gotta say, he made art. Draped in the Chicago flag, a black leather jacket, and a Crimea River painted on the back. 2 security guards in riot gear, he approached the ring with the same energy that made his father famous almost 35 years ago. It was almost as if I had jumped into a time machine and I was looking at the heartthrob bad boy, the good kid in the mad city that was Luke Perry. Half the crowd was booing, half the crowd was cheering, but there's no denying there were 100% reactions. The mark of a good wrestler is like the mark of a good MC. You have to know what to say to the crowd, and you have to know what to move the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. It didn't matter that his opponent was Shota Umino. It wouldn't have mattered who his opponent was tonight. He owned the crowd. When the crowd went into a chant of "you got choked," and the other side said no he didn't, Perry choked Umino. When the crowd booed, Perry did CM Punk's go to sleep taunt. Perry applied the GTS, and even though Umino got out of it and reversed it in a DDT and won the match with a DDT Death Rider, you could see that Jack Perry had his puppet strings on those fans. And a show of professionalism and respect, Perry shook Umino's hand and then gave the 2-finger salute to the crowd. I haven't seen reactions this passionate, this intense since John Cena, CM Punk at Money in the Bank. The perception of AEW right now is not the best. To be honest, it's in the toilet. And with WWE coming off one of the best WrestleManias of all time, I do not know how AEW changes. But one thing is undeniable. Jack Perry took an incident that should have been the end of his career. He could have went home. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need the money. But instead, he stuck with it. For the first time, I finally see Jack Perry as that pillar that MJF talked about. Nobody ever said it would be easy. Nobody ever said it would be clean. It's going to be hard work to maintain this. But today, in my eyes, Jack Perry,
he a man today. Yeah, man.
Hey, thanks for watching the whole video. If you'd like to hear my thoughts on when AEW first announced they were going to broadcast the footage, click on this video here. Like and subscribe to the channel. Stay blurty.